The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a living man. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. No man is free who is not master of himself. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Courage leads to heaven, fear leads to death. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. What upsets people is not things themselves, but their judgments about things. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. If you wish to be loved, love. The willing are led by fate, the reluctant are dragged. If someone is able to show me I am wronged, I will gladly change. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties. Nothing is burdensome if taken lightly. A man should be upright, not kept upright. The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things beyond our control. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. Live in harmony with the nature of things. Time is like a river made up of events which happen and a violent stream, for as soon as a thing has been seen, it is carried away. To be calm is the highest achievement of the self. Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if you will always look. If you wish to be a writer, write. Do not explain your philosophy, embody it. That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. The greater part of our happiness or misery depends on our dispositions and not our circumstances. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. There is no easy way from the earth to the stars. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. You always own the option of having no opinion. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. It is in your power to withdraw yourself whenever you desire. Whoever has nothing to hope, let him despair. If you want to be free, then do not wish for anything that depends on others. Make the mind tougher by exposing it to adversity. Self-control is strength, right thought is mastery, calmness is power. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. What concerns me is not the way things are, but rather the way people think things are. You can commit injustice by doing nothing. While we are postponing, life speeds by. If you wish to be a man of honor, act honorably. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. You will never have to force anything that is truly meant to be. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Do not allow yourself to be overwhelmed by what you cannot control. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. A wise man listens more than he speaks. Nothing is worth doing pointlessly. Never let another person ruin your peace. Learn to love what you have. The obstacle is the way. If it is not in your control, let it go. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. The more we value things, the less we value ourselves. Anger is the punishment we give ourselves. Fortune favors the brave. A good character is the only true wealth. Speak only when necessary. Pain is an opportunity to grow. Control your emotions, or they will control you. The true test of wisdom is in action. A disciplined mind leads to happiness. to live a good life, live simply. All suffering comes from attachment. True power is self-restraint. Look inward before blaming the world. Every man's life lies within the present. What stands in the way becomes the way. Be like a rock that the storm cannot shake. He who masters himself is the true conqueror. The mind is its own place and can make a heaven of hell. Be content with little, for much is never enough. Speak less, say more. Happiness is found in self-sufficiency. A strong mind can overcome a weak body. Live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy or apathy. Expect nothing, blame no one, do your duty. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Silence is a source of great strength. True wisdom is knowing what you can control and what you cannot. Every person you meet is a lesson or a test. A man's true wealth is the good he does in this world. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The only thing you control is how you respond to things outside your control. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it with the same strength as today. You can endure anything if you have the right mindset. Judge yourself before you judge others. The tranquility you seek is in yourself. A wise man never complains about what he cannot change. What is right is not always easy. Don't explain your philosophy, show it in your actions. Do not let others' praise or criticism affect your peace. Nothing outside you has power over you unless you allow it. Speak only when it improves the silence. The more you seek approval, the more you lose yourself. Be willing to be uncomfortable. Growth begins there. The universe is change, life is perception. Remember, you are but a visitor here. Be patient. Everything happens in its own time. Control your mind and you control everything. You must first discipline your thoughts, then your actions. Accept life as it comes, but shape your own response. The greatest strength is composure under pressure. A wise person welcomes challenges, not avoids them. Keep your mind steady when others lose theirs. External things can be taken from you, but your peace cannot unless you give it away. Small-minded people seek revenge, strong minds seek wisdom. Be like the river, flow past obstacles without losing yourself. Every hardship is a chance to grow stronger. Contentment is not having more, but needing less. Learn to enjoy solitude. A strong mind does not fear being alone. Only weak men let anger dictate their actions. The wise man adapts himself to the world as it is. Think before you react. Most things don't deserve your anger. True freedom is mastery over your emotions. The opinion of fools is irrelevant. Simplicity is the path to peace. The moment you stop chasing happiness, you find it. Whatever happens, handle it with dignity. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. No storm lasts forever, this too shall pass. Happiness is a byproduct of self-mastery. It is not events that disturb us, but our thoughts about them. Find joy in the simple things, for they are the true treasures. The greatest victory is over oneself. People are more often ruined by their fears than by reality. Be firm yet flexible like a tree in the wind. Be ruthless with your excuses. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Be ruthless with your excuses. Greatness is a habit, not a moment. The less you react, the stronger you become. Seek truth, not comfort. The more you desire, the more you suffer. Pain is temporary, wisdom is permanent. Never argue with a fool. The crowd won't know the difference. Live today as you want to be remembered tomorrow. Knowledge without action is useless. There is beauty in restraint. A quiet mind is a powerful mind. Listen more, talk less. The greatest wealth is self-sufficiency. Be grateful for what you have while working for what you want. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Worry is a misuse of imagination. A true Stoic finds peace in chaos. Detach from outcomes and focus on your efforts. No one can make you angry without your permission. Weak minds complain, strong minds find solutions. Be slow to speak and quick to listen. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Learn to suffer well. Never let comfort make you weak. Seek to understand before seeking to be understood. Expect less, appreciate more. The less you need, the freer you become. Self-respect is worth more than external approval. Do not wish for an easy life. Wish for the strength to endure a difficult one. Your perception shapes your reality. True power lies in self-restraint. Character is revealed in adversity. Complaining solves nothing, action does. Your discipline determines your destiny. The hardest thing to master is oneself. If you master your mind, you master your life. Let go of what you cannot control, and you will find peace. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If you want to escape pain, do not add to it. You should live in such a way that there is nothing which you could not say to anyone. Associate with people who are likely to improve you.